2 years ago, I was sitting at my kitchen table staring at a pile of stuff I just bought from Target. Candles I didn't need, a throw pillow to replace one that was perfectly fine, a kitchen gadget I'd probably never open. My credit card statement showed $4,100 in charges that month. My savings account, $812. I was making $63,000 a year and had been working for 6 years, yet I had essentially nothing to show for it. Then I read about a century-old Japanese operating system for money. In America, we celebrate spending. Wealth is performed, it's visible. In Japan, there's a word for the opposite, sutsumashi. It means being modestly reserved. Wealth is hidden, and restraint is a value, not a sacrifice. As of early 2026, the average American is carrying over $6,500 in credit card debt at a staggering 23% interest rate. We are a nation drowning in visible wealth, but starving for actual security. I applied these principles to my life. Same job, same salary, but in 12 months, my savings went from $800 to over $19,000. Here are the 6 habits that actually moved the needle. First, Kakeibo, the art of conscious friction. It's a 120-year-old handwritten ledger. In an era of Apple Pay and one-click purchases, spending has become frictionless. Recent data shows that Americans who use digital-only payment methods spend 18% more than those who use cash or manual tracking. Frictionless spending is a trap. Kakeibo forces you to write down every purchase by hand in 4 categories: needs, wants, culture, and unexpected. When you physically write DoorDash, $42, want, your hand tells your brain something an app never could. You're forced to own the choice. This cognitive friction slows you down, and that slowness creates awareness. I saved over $1,100 in my first month just by using a $3 notebook. Second, Mottainai, the war on waste. This concept has no direct English translation, but it's the deep emotional discomfort of waste. The USDA estimates American households now throw away over $2,200 of food every year. Mottainai changes your relationship with what you own. You repair instead of replace. Instead of tossing a pair of sneakers because of a scuff, you clean them. Instead of throwing out a laptop because it's slow, you clear the cache. When I stopped unconscious wasting, my grocery and utility bills dropped by 30%. It's about realizing that every piece of trash in your bin is actually a dollar bill you worked an hour to earn. Third, Hara Hachi Bu, the 80% rule. In Okinawa, they eat until they are 80% full. Applied to your wallet, this is the most powerful wealth builder in existence. The U.S. personal savings rate dropped to a dangerous 4% in late 2025. The Japanese cultural default targets 20%. Hara Hachi Bu means living on 80% of your income and leaving the rest as margin. If you earn $5,000 a month, you build your life as if you only earn $4,000. That $1,000 margin is where your freedom lives. Over 30 years, at an 8% market return, that 20% gap is the difference between a $300,000 retirement and a $1.5 million one. Margin is the only thing that turns an emergency into a mere inconvenience. Fourth, Choken, the sequence of success. This is a structural shift. The typical American pattern is earn, spend, and hope something is left to save. The Japanese Choken model is earn, save, then spend what remains. I set up an automatic transfer to move 20% of my paycheck into a high-yield account, currently earning around 4.5%, the morning after payday. I never saw the money, so I never missed it. The human brain is remarkably adaptable. If the money isn't in your checking account by Friday afternoon, you simply stop looking for ways to spend it by Saturday morning. Fifth, Wabi Sabi, breaking the upgrade treadmill. Our entire economy depends on you being dissatisfied with things that still work. Planned obsolescence is a $60 billion industry. A scratch on your phone, a scuffed shoe, or an outdated sofa, we're conditioned to replace them. Wabi Sabi is the appreciation of imperfection. It finds beauty in the mended sweater or the wooden table with character marks. When you embrace Wabi Sabi, you realize that your 3-year-old iPhone is a marvel of engineering, not a relic to be traded in. This mindset shift alone can save you over $3,000 a year across tech, fashion, and home decor. Sixth, Osoji, the financial reset. In Japan, Osoji is a traditional year-end deep clean. Financially, this is your annual audit. A 2025 study found the average American underestimates their monthly subscription costs by $133. Once a year, you must perform a financial osoji, go through every recurring charge, every insurance premium, and every investment fee. In my first audit, I found $318 a month in ghost charges, subscriptions I didn't use, and insurance rates that had creeped up without notice. That's nearly $4,000 a year reclaimed from the void. Wealth isn't built by earning more, it's built by understanding more. I was 2 years ago, surrounded by things she didn't need a raise. She needed a different philosophy. The quiet wealth of Japan isn't about deprivation, it's about intentionality. You might already earn enough to be wealthy. You just need a notebook, a pen, and the willingness to pay attention to where your life is actually going. I'm Max, and this is Springfield Wealth. If you're ready to build quiet, lasting wealth, subscribe and join the journey. I'll see you in the next one.